Hello everyone, again this is Antonio and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. First of all, I would like to start off by saying this is not financial advice. This is for educational entertainment purposes only. If you can't stand the heat or the lava flowing from AMC, then please don't go in the volcano. Just get off and get into some index funds because AMC is about to rise to the moon. And we're going to talk about some specific articles that surround AMC and why all of the apes should hold strong. It doesn't matter if you have 15 shares, 30 shares, 100 shares. You can be in a place of wealth if you hold this stock long enough. So let's get into it. AMC Entertainment Holdings Inc. AMC is up 95%. At the close of U.S. markets on Wednesday, AMC Entertainment Holdings Inc. was trading at $62.55, up to about 95%, and after hours, another 5% gain is likely. Now, let's not forget that this stock went all the way past $72 yesterday, so that's a big thing. The growth in AMC price began in earnest last week, with the price rising from $12 to 38 cents to $26.12. This week has been just as intense, with the previous 2 days booking noteworthy rise 17% and the 95% mentioned above. Now, when I got in this stock, I had some really close friends of mine got in with me. And those friends told me, hey, I sold my stock because AMC is not going to do anything. But that's not the case. That's not what happened. Now, let's talk about it. What's driving AMC stock price spurt? While it's way pre-pandemic patronage, the world's largest cinema company is undoubtedly not inspiring investors purely with its fundamentals. Rather, I suspect that investors are inspired by the recent media reports detailing the phenomenal losses that short sellers are continually racking up. On 26 and 27 May, it was reported that GME and AMC short sellers lost $618 million and $754 million on respective days as the meme stocks rallied. Last week alone, AMC short sellers lost $1.2 billion. These numbers are incredibly intoxicating for short squeezers. All right, now let's read this last little paragraph and let's dive into what are the big whales are doing with AMC. Are they in on this play or did they get off? All right, is it just me or is there more mainstream reporting on the short sellers' daily losses more frequently? While I believe there's an upstick, I don't think these reports are the initial catalyst of the current run-up in the price seen at GME and AMC. However, I believe it is spurring meme investors to increase their positions in the stocks and push past the natural short squeeze price of the stocks. If what short squeezers believe will imitate in the mother of all short squeezes, the extra price paid for each stock right now would be immaterial to them. Likewise, if short squeezers can inflict a little more pain on the hedge funds along the way, then the cost incurred for another turn of the screw appears to be entirely worth it. Now, this article is from Business Insider, and it's talk about Warren Buffett is a surprise winner from AMC. If y'all thought the big whales wasn't in AMC, it was just little apes like us, you are wrong. Because AMC biggest landlord is Warren Buffett himself. All right, now let's talk about it. And we're going to just talk about some of this. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway is an unlikely beneficiary of AMC's surging stock price. Berkshire owns 9% of Store Capital, a REIT that counts AMC as the top 10 customer. AMC has tapped retail investors for cash, enabling it to pay back rent to store. Warren Buffett doesn't have AMC Entertainment in his portfolio, but he still stands to benefit from the meme stock 90% surge on Wednesday as the 30-fold gain so far this year. The investors' Berkshire Hathaway conglomerate held a 9% stake in Store Capital as the last count, making it the real estate investment trust's second largest shareholder. Store counts AMC among its 10 biggest customers. The cinema chain was leased in 14 of its properties at the end of March and accounted for 1.4% of the base rent and interest filings. And I'm going to read this last paragraph, and we're going to keep going on about some things about AMC. Okay. Thanks to the retail investors' ravenous demand for its stock, AMC has raised vital funds to weather nationwide closures of its theaters during the pandemic. It racked up $428 million earlier this year by selling 43 million shares at almost $10 a pop. And I got in on that at that $10 rate a little before, and pocketed a further $231 million this week by selling 8.5 million shares to Murdoch Capital at about $27 a share. And we're going to talk about Murdoch Capital because what they basically did was they bought those shares, they raised that capital, and then they turned around they raised capital about 25 million, then they turned around and dumped their shares back into the market. All right, so it's hard to imagine AMC netting a fraction of those amounts without the meme stock boom in January and the frenzied buying of its shares recently. After all, its stock price was about $2 at the start of the year. AMC retail power fundraisers should allow it to stay in business and pay off its debts. Store CEO Mary Fedaway disclosed on an earnings call in August that the REITI had struck a deal with AMC to help it deal with the pandemic. It may have allowed the cinema chain to pay partial rent and defer payments. And we're going to talk about some tweets from the CEO, Adam Aron, in just a minute. But let's just talk about one more article. And this article is also from the day. It's a 3-minute read. And it says AMC stock riles again on potential 11.6 million share sale. So basically, AMC may sell up to 11.6 million of its shares, with the trading phenom pushing the stock in the movie theater chain up 3,000% this year and 140% just this week. And I'm going to stop right there. So a lot of people, when they look at AMC stock, they think this is about putting butts in the chairs in the theaters. This has nothing to do with this. This is more of a fundamental thing. This is a belief of apes that has invested in this stock and has pushed this stock past its limits, and the hedge funds are going out of their mind because they have never seen this before. And make no mistake about it, a lot of people are become rich or wealthy, and the government may never let this happen again. So if you own this stock, I am asking you apes to hold strong, because this is it. All right, AMC we're not going to reread that. It's emerging from pandemic lockdowns that have threatened the very existence of the company, and industry analysts have yet to fully explain the extreme enthusiasm for its stock that have been driven by large numbers of online traders that seem to have disregarded the rough path the company faces in the recovery. Like I said again, in our minds, we care less about the rough patch of the company. We getting in it from a fundamental positioning. AMC acknowledged that phenomenon Thursday that a filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission when it announced that the potential sale of shares from time to time. We believe that the recent volatility and our current market prices reflect market and trading dynamics unrelated to our underlying businesses. That's where it is. If you see right there, he is saying it. This has nothing to do with business. This is underlining or macro industry fundamentals, and we do not know how long these dynamics will last. That's why I'm telling you, if you in on this play, hold, because they just saying it. They are telling you, we don't know how long this gonna last. This has a chance to change your family's financial wealth. You may come up with $10,000, $20,000 out of the thin air just by having 40, 50 shares of this stock. And you did the right thing by holding. We're not going to read this part again because we just read that earlier, but let's keep going. The smaller investors piling into AMC and other meme stocks like GameStop, the gaming retailer, have been rattled by shifting technology, are known in the industry as retail investors. The distinction is used to separate them from the pension funds, mutual funds, and other institutional investors typically dominate a company's ownership. At AMC, retail investors made up more than 80%. We are the 80%, everyone. Retail investors have become a much more powerful force across the market in recent years. Easy to use trading apps and zero trading commissions have drawn in a new generation of traders. So did the pandemic, which meant millions of people were suddenly sitting on their couches with little else to do. All right, so let's dive over here to Twitter and let's see what Mr. Adam Aaron is talking about. He is the CEO of AMC Theaters, and he did a little tweet in this recently. All right, so first of all, they want to do an investor connect. These are the people like us that hold shares in AMC. They want to do an investor connect. So AMC and I launched an initiative effort to communicate often with AMC shareholders. That is you, that is me. AMC Investor Connect gets you AMC stubs, benefits, special shareholder rewards for those who patronize AMC theaters in the US. Sign up completely free. So if you're an investor, you can sign up. And this tweet is from yesterday. All right, let's talk about why they did some of the transactional things, and we're just going to read some of his tweets. More than 500 million AMC shares change hands in a typical week. In our view, selling only 8.5 million shares is an example of our responsibility raising capital and arming AMC with 230 million of additional cash by so doing. Some of you have asked questions about AMC raising 230 million from the sale of 8.5 million shares. Like you, I am an AMC shareholder, and my team and I have the best interest in AMC shareholders very much top of mind. All right, and these are some tweets before. Basically, he just going about saying why they sold the shares. They're talking about having a shareholder meetup, and basically, he's just being involved, tweeting often about this stock. He's very aware of what's going on, and this is why I hold strong. This stock is it's just getting started. Now let's talk about these synthetic shares, or these naked shares that they are putting in the market. These are synthetic, they're not real. They're going to try to drive the numbers. They're going to make it feel like $60, $70 is the highest the stock is going to go. I am telling you that for this stock has potentially that can go 500, 1,000 or more a share. So I'm begging you apes, hold strong. Just think about it. If you got 30 shares and you held till it got to $1,000, you made 30,000 because 30 shares only cost you, all depends when you got in. But if you just say you got in at $10 a share, that's $300. You took $300 and made 30,000 just from holding strong and being an ape. So without further ado, I just want to make this video about AMC, how holding this stock can potentially change your life or your family's life. And I'm going to keep making bangers like this in the future. Great videos. Thank you for everybody who subscribed. Please subscribe if you haven't, as I'll be coming out with more and more videos just like this in the future. So please like, comment, and share, as we will see you next time.